So, Donkey Kong Bananza has been a hit. People have been asking for a new Donkey Kong for years. We want a new 3D Donkey Kong. Please, can we get one? I miss Donkey Kong 64. And we got Donkey Kong Bananza, and it has been one of the best games I played this year. And many people are calling it a game of the year. So, a lot of people have been having questions about what's next, Nintendo. What other game can you bring back to make it better, to make it something that we would love to see? A new reinvention of a series that we missed, that we haven't seen in a while. And you probably know where I'm going with this because I've been hearing this one so many times. This has always come up. It's been coming up for years because people want another entry in this franchise. They want this game to be done right. They want this game to be a game of generations because they think this is one of the best franchises that Nintendo sleeps on and doesn't give it any love. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. We're talking about Star Fox. What's good, everybody? It's Blue Satire, and you see what we're going to be talking about today. How can Nintendo bring back Star Fox, or what's the best way to do it? Because Star Fox is one of those games that a lot of people love, but I don't know if Nintendo saw people supporting it the way that we say we love it. And maybe that's because of the way they mishandled the franchise, or maybe questionable decisions that kind of made the series die off. I'm looking at you, Star Fox Zero. So in this video, I want to talk about what I think could be a good way to bring back Star Fox, but also this is a video for me to ask you in the comment section, what do you think we need to see for Star Fox? What would you want to see? And do you have any cool ideas? Again, it's just my ideas. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but I think this is something I think will be cool. So let's get into the video and let me tell y'all what I think Star Fox could do to breathe some fresh air into the series and maybe make a possible hit. So if you just happen to not be familiar with the franchise, Star Fox started all the way back in 1993 on the Super Nintendo. And it was one of the first games that uses the Super FX chip to provide 3D graphics during a period where most of our games were 2D. And the premise of this game and most of its sequels is you lead the way with animals, Star Fox, Fox McCloud, and his friends or his teammates, Slippy Toad, Peppy Hair, Falco Lombardi, in the Lilac system to take on these missions that threaten to overthrow the Lilac system. And most of these gameplays, most of the games take place in space. And it was pretty much a rail shooter where you go through a level and you shoot incoming things in your way. And it was a fun time for a lot of people. But is that gameplay becoming stale? Or is that something that would work in today's time? Between Star Fox and Star Fox 64, we saw that it did work well. It was very fun. The game was good, but I think that the main thing that this would need to adjust is how short these games can be. When you look at Star Fox Assault, I think Star Fox Assault is one of my favorite Star Fox games, but my homie Felix Wynn brought up a good point that the game is so short, can be done so quickly. And in 2025 and beyond, when games are getting higher and they cost more to produce, a lot of people won't be going for a short game for a premium price. And I don't know, I don't think they would charge $50, $40 for a Star Fox game. And if they charge more than that, who wants a very short game, a short rail shooter, something that feels like it's in the arcade? Me, I would like that type of game, but I think Star Fox, the reason it's failed because they need to advance and evolve the franchise. And they have tried that before, but did it work out or did it hurt them? You go to games like Star Fox Adventure, which was really, really out the norm. It was in that GameCube era where they were reinventing a lot of games. And look, that GameCube era was known for reinventing series. And Star Fox Adventure it took more place on foot and more like a Zelda game than it was a shooter. And this game was in a fully third-person perspective. You were on this lands with this dinosaur. That's where we met Crystal. It was a lot of fighting, hand-to-hand combat. Not when I say hand-to-hand, but he had a staff. And a lot of things that were way different from what we expected from Star Fox. And when it came out, it actually was received very well. And to me personally, I actually did like it. But there are some certain things in the gameplay like camera. Some of the puzzles wasn't Zelda enough. They were trying to be Zelda, but the puzzles and some of the things that you had to do wasn't as intricate or well thought out as the Zelda series, but still good in its own right. Combat was very fun. The voice acting was it was alright. But it did build a lot of good lore, and it was some good gameplay. And it was one of those things that felt like they were trying to make it's Star Fox's Ocarina of Time. But at that time, it did receive a lot of criticism because it wasn't a traditional Star Fox game. And people want Star Fox because you're in the air shooting things. And that's when we got Assault after that. And Assault again was pretty fun, but like once again controls, how short it was, and some of the new levels and on-foot things, it didn't translate as well. I still had fun with it. I think it was a good addition to the series and made some improvements, but again, folks was like, I don't know about that. Star Fox Assault tried to add multiplayer too, but I don't know if people really rock with that multiplayer in that game with only 4 people. Story was good, but again, it was so short. And I think that's what kept it from being a game a lot of people love. But then we get into they had some DS games, I ain't gonna talk about them because they was all right. But we get into Star Fox Zero. And that's really where this series kind of probably died at. And hopefully it ain't died, it's just hopefully they're trying to figure this out, because this was the game that a lot of people was like, this ain't my Star Fox. The other thing about it was too, it was another Star Fox 64, pretty much a remake or a reimagining. And people did like the level design and graphics, the way the boss battles were, but again, it suffered from being too short. And I think the one big thing is it was on the Wii U, a system that didn't do too well, but also the required motion controls. Like, you couldn't play without that. And forcing people to do motion controls, we all saw how that worked out. So yeah, it's safe to say that Star Fox Zero just wasn't the one. But where do we go from here? Because we haven't seen the game since then. And now, how do we bring back Star Fox and make sure that it's not a flop like Star Fox Zero? Well, I think the main thing you gotta do is reinvent it. You gotta figure out a way to make this game relevant to Nintendo, but also to gaming in this future that we're having right now. And now you have a Switch 2 that can do a lot more. There's a lot more you should be doing with this game too. And first is, I don't know if we should have it as a rail shooter anymore, even though I would enjoy that. But again, would that fix the criticisms that this series has been having since the 2000s? I think we need to go ahead. I know people don't like this. I know Nintendo has been open world and everything they've been doing, kind of semi-open worlding, but it's been working. You've seen Kirby have one of his best years and resurgences ever with Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Donkey Kong Bananza is a little bit more open worldish, and you see how well that's doing. Mario Odyssey did well. Tears of the Kingdom. Like, you know what? Throw Star Fox in there, but you got to do it right. And many people say this joke here. The best Star Fox game that came out was Starlink Battle for Atlas. That is not a Star Fox game whatsoever, but if you got the Nintendo Switch version, you can play as Fox McCloud and have some NPCs with the homies that you can't use them, but they're in the game. And the Air Wing is in the game. But that game does some things that I feel would be great for a Star Fox series. One of the main things is being able to actually explore the open system of this world, this open system of Atlas. So imagine a game where you can explore the Lilac system openly, go to different planets and explore them while you're driving. But I think here is, instead of just always exploring in your ship, it can be optional. You can get off foot and discover things. And I think it should take some more inspiration for other games as well, like No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky has been going on. It's one of the biggest combats ever. Imagine this in a Star Fox game. You can travel and go to all these different worlds, all these different systems. I think Nintendo has the ability to create lands, create places that are whimsical, magical, blah, 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 populated. They have the ability to do that. And I think with Star Fox, you take the things that you saw in Star Fox Adventures, a game that was on foot, a game that was in temples and building lore in the Star Fox world. You take that game and add it to things like Starlink or No Man's Sky or Star Fox, and combine the gameplay elements of this and make it an action adventure game. So here's my vision for this game. If you can take things from Starlink, No Man's Sky, Star Fox Adventures, as well as Star Fox Assault, and you make sure the gameplay is fun, the gameplay is good. Let's talk about what it needs to have mostly. And let's talk about that ship balance, because I think that's the Air Wing. That's the most important thing. I don't think Star Fox fans want a game where you don't do that a lot in. So I think with the game, it has to be a lot of missions that involve the Air Wing, a lot of missions and a lot of dog fights, a lot of that in your missions between going to different worlds or even just in space, and you random encounters I think would be dope, like in Star Fox when you randomly getting attacked. Say you're outside of your ship and some people just fly in on you. You got to get to your ship real quick and get to fighting. I think that would be fun. I think that would be cool with a Star Fox game. But I do think the main emphasis does still need to be battling in your air wing, your ships. And there can be missions that completely have that, and that's where you need to go to complete this mission is in the air wing. And then you can have missions that's like Star Fox Adventures, how you investigate this temple, blah, blah, blah. But don't have them being too much of the game, but being a part of the game, being a part of exploration, building the lore, finding cool things, could do puzzles, find things, find ruin facts, artifacts, and things you need to complete the main mission, but still find a way to make ship battling the main thing. Also combat, like I think it would be cool to have melee weapons on top of your guns and things. So like the staff from Star Fox, but also having some on foot weapons like guns, bazookas, blah, 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 whatever you need to use. I think having a good combat system and customization will be very important to reinvent Star Fox. I think that would be a cool thing. We know folks like RPG elements. We know folks like costumes and things like that. We know folks like new skill sets. Definitely have a way so you can upgrade. And I think that would be with searching these temples and searching things on planet to find upgrades, to find things that help you upgrade your person, outfits, your ship. Like, I think that would be dope because you can customize the way you fight, the way you play. Upgrades for your ships. Maybe you can get different ships. Maybe you can upgrade the ships to have different speeds, the way they shoot, different weapons. I think they have to go all out for Star Fox, and with the gameplay, I think this could be very fun. Of course, throw some other cool things that may be optional or may be something that can help you build the game. I would love to have something of a headquarters system that you can use to maybe save the planet, help the planet out or something like that. Think of like having base building and things like in No Man's Sky, or having a hub on these different worlds that lets you do certain things, lets you upgrade, lets you talk to the locals, lets you have a base building mechanic type of thing. I think that would be fun. It's not needed, but I think that would be cool to throw in there to give us more to do for the bang for our buck. On top of that, I think this would be a good way to make multiplayer work. And it could be a great way to make multiplayer like story work, progressing the story with somebody. Maybe you can drop in on missions, you can drop in on open world and explore. That's why I think like random events happening, things happening, and exploring things together would be fun. But also having like a little multiplayer mode that involves more than 4 people. What about having dogfight modes or on battle modes or just space battles with like up to 16 people, up to 24 people? I think that could really bring Star Fox to a new level of entertainment, a new level of fun. And we don't see too many of those type of games anymore that's popular. So you throw Star Fox onto that, being able to have an on-foot deathmatch or being able to have spaceship battles. Look, Star Fox could be generational if they really build it right and make it something big and not something very short term. But that's just my vision of what I think a cool, different Star Fox game could look like. Give it some open world things. Give it a good mix of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, No Man's Sky, Starlink. Like, make the world livable and breathable. Make the world something that looks like you're really taking part of a space adventure and you're really protecting this Lilac system. Make it something where you have to explore, fly in, get to know these locals, protect them from everything that's going on, the big bosses, the Androsses, all of the Star Wolf, all of them. Make it something to where you can do this together with people, but also make it a game that's worth coming back to and playing. I think if Nintendo can find a way to advance the gameplay, get it off of the rails, but have some in-rail portions of the game and build off of everything else that they have done lately with all of their franchises, they can revive Star Fox. So Star Fox needs to be fun. It needs to feel like Star Fox, but also needs to feel like something new to make people want it. And the homie Felix said, keep Shigeru Miyamoto away from this and it'll be great. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but he might be right. But let me know in the comment section what y'all think about these ideas. It's okay if y'all think they're stupid because it's just me brainstorming. This is really just me talking off the top of my head of what I think would be a good game. But I want to hear what you think could be a good Star Fox game. Do you want it to be traditional? Do you want it to be on rails? Like, what do you think Star Fox need if it's going to be brought back? And do you even want to see Star Fox back? Thank you for watching this video, and if you want me to do more things like this, more videos like this, let me know in the comment section. But y'all have a good one, and thank you for watching, and bye bye.